We live in a time where it's more common to find a date while taking a shit than talking to a girl in real life. And look, whether you're lining up dates on Tinder or you're still struggling with that profile pic is irrelevant. You don't need dating apps to meet people, but the fact that you rely on them might be the symptom of a much deeper problem. And I hope you like this intro. And look, I don't really have anything against dating apps per se. I mean, if you live somewhere remote where you never really saw anyone you wanted to meet, then I think it would make sense, but let's be honest for a second. If you live in any city, you literally cannot step out of your house without seeing cute girls. Just by living your life, without ever going out of your way, just by walking around, going to the grocery store, going to get coffee. I mean, seriously, how many girls have you checked out in the last week? Sometimes the girl even looks at you. Sometimes she might even smile at you and you're there, you're looking at her. Deep down, you know you would like to talk to her, but you can't. If you could talk to anyone you wanted to, and on top of it, you still wanted to use dating apps, then I think that there's no problem at all. But right now, what's happening is that you censor yourself all the time, and it's so daunting to talk to someone who's right in front of you that you prefer to use the interface of a dating app to meet people.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
But what if you could though? What if every time you saw someone you wanted to talk to, you were able to just walk up to them and, approach that situation with ease? I'm not saying that everyone's gonna like you. I'm not saying that you will become some sort of hitch. And I'm not saying that you'd be talking to everyone all the time. I'm just saying that, what if every time that you wanted to talk to someone, you could do it? Do you think you'll still be using dating apps? Welcome to Social Animal. My name is Ruben, and on this channel, I want to show you that everyone around you is just a human being and that you can talk to anyone. A while ago, I had this realization that if there is another human being in front of me and I want to talk to them, why shouldn't I be able to? I mean, I know, it's pretty scary. We've all been there.
Nah, I cannot do it.
But fundamentally, we're not talking about doing anything crazy here. We're not talking about jumping from one building to the next, or performing some crazy stunt, or becoming a world-class chess player. We're talking about talking to people, which, unless you've been raised by wolves, is something you've done your whole life. And when I decided to stop censoring myself and, talk to anyone I wanted to meet, I realized that talking to people, anyone, whether it's that cute girl or, that old man on a bench, is really the same as talking to your friends. I mean, there's nothing new here. The only difference is how you perceive the situation before getting into it. The way you interact with people is like a mirror. And until you can talk to anyone with the same ease you have when you're talking to your friends, then you're looking at it wrong. You know the saying, the problem is not the problem, it's how you think about the problem. And I realized that, how you see the world and how you see the people around you is gonna determine how you're gonna interact with them. And the reverse to that is true. How you interact with people can tell you how you perceive the world. And right now, look around you. We live in a world where people feel so alienated to each other that they're all waiting behind their phone for an algorithm to introduce them to someone they could have just talked to in the line at the grocery store. I'd much rather live in a world where people feel connected to each other and talk to each other. And this goes way beyond your dating life. Talking to women you're attracted to is really just a branch of a much larger tree of all of your social interaction. Can you even imagine who would you be today if you didn't censor yourself so much? Just think of the last 5 years, all of the times where you had someone next to you and you wanted to talk to them. Not only you would have met much more people, you would have better quality relationships, but you would be a different person. If there's one thing that we all learned this year is how important relationships and social interactions are. Countless studies have shown that social interactions and relationships are the most critical variables in our well-being. And if you just think about your own life, I think it's pretty evident that every area of your life is made of people and relationships. And so the way in which you're able to express yourself, be true to yourself, relate to people, are arguably the most critical variables in your life. Your life and the quality of it literally depends on it. But if you cannot talk to someone who's literally right in front of you, no app is going to save you. And I think that deep down you know this, we all know it. This is something that's very personal. You're the only one who knows when, you're not being true to yourself. And at the end of the day, it all boils down to one question. Which kind of life do you want to live? So to go back to the title, are dating apps making us robots? Or are you on a dating app because you're already a robot? I don't know. One thing is for sure though, next time you find yourself next to someone you want to talk to, just go for it. Don't be a robot. So that's it for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to activate the little notification bell so that YouTube will push my videos when I release them. As always, I'm very curious to meet everyone who's watching my videos. So shoot me an email at ruben@socialanimal.us and we'll arrange a FaceTime. And before I go, I'm going to put 2 videos on the screen. The first one is a video where I talk about the importance of cultivating your self-expression in your daily life and about how interacting with people is first and foremost about expressing yourself. The second video is the 7th episode of a subscriber challenge where I meet up with a subscriber and spend a day with them to help them feel more at ease talking to anyone. So that's it. See you guys next time.